Hey, good morning. Today I want to cover relief steps, suspension trauma straps. It's orthostatic shock, suspension trauma, basically what we're trying to avoid, right? Picture a guy hanging there and he puts them under his feet. These come standard issue on some of your ExoFits, and I believe there was something coming out from 3M where March of 2021, all the DBI, Sala, legacy brand stuff will have these installed as part of the deal. But you've got harnesses that don't have them. And it's an important addition that you need to have on your harness, because if someone, if a worker at height does go over the edge, they need to have some way to relieve the pressure off their legs while the rescue process begins. So you've got two. One's a hook, one's a loop. I always suggest you inspect this stuff before. This says hook, this says loop. So before you even use them, you want to make sure that you really have a hook and a loop. So there's nothing on there, so it's going to loop in the end of that one, and I'll show you on the other one. So how do you install these? You'll see there's a snap on the back. So I want to go into the hip pattern of a harness. Now you can retrofit any brand, any harness with these. You want to go into the hip area, right? This is the harness part where the hip is. It just loops underneath through the webbing. The example I give in the field, I tell guys, if you ever wrapped a rubber band around your finger. So now that's installed. So when I stand on it, the pressure is there. The snap is to put it here to keep it out of my way. It could go above, it could go below, whatever kind of keeps it out of your way so it doesn't get messed up. So now that one's installed on that side. Hook this one on the other hip. And I always suggest that somewhere you find a place to kind of lift yourself up and try these before you get up there in the field, so you don't panic and wonder how they work. So there's a hook and a loop. And it doesn't really matter if you're left or right-handed, whichever side you want to put the hook or the loop. So now I've got this one installed to marry up and match like I have on my ExoFit. Now again, if I were to be hanging at heights, I would reach down and open these up, deploy that side, deploy this side, and I'll end up reaching in front of me and hooking these through. There's my hook, there's my loop, and that gives me what I end up standing in. So you see the picture of the guy standing there. Now another thing I do is once I get it hooked, if you ever see me do a demo, I bring this one up and through again just to kind of lock it in. Keeps it from slipping out or falling through. So anyway, so that's basic relief step. Again, easily installed on the hip of any harness that you've got. Relieve that pressure. Again, it's part of the rescue plan, right? Anybody working at heights, you have to have a rescue plan. Part of that rescue plan is going to be relieving that pressure off the worker's legs.